The Trump campaign and its allies have filed at least 17 lawsuits in 5 states, including 6 in Michigan. The ones that are still pending seek to stop the certification process or disregard all of the votes cast in Ingham, Washtenaw, and Wayne counties. Here's attorney Bryan Waldman with more on where things stand right now and the ethical obligations of lawyers in cases like these.
So far, every case that has been decided against the Trump campaign or people that have brought lawsuits on behalf of the interests of the Trump campaign. So the judges have decided, hey, the lawsuit has no merit and dismissed it. A few of the cases remain pending. And then one case was voluntarily dismissed by the lawyer who filed it shortly after it was filed.
Why would that happen?
There's a lot of real valid reasons that a lawyer can voluntarily dismiss a claim. And in this case, the speculation among lawyers is that there's a rule called Rule 9 that says if you're going to allege fraud, you need to be really specific. That's a big claim. And if you're going to claim that there's fraud, you need to have specific facts and evidence. So there's suspicion that the lawyer thought, hey, I don't have the adequate evidence on my side. And if you read the complaint, it really didn't have specific evidence. It just said evidence is going to be forthcoming. That's not good enough. The other is there's ethical guidelines for lawyers. People don't realize that, but lawyers just can't say and do anything. They have to comply with what's called the rules of professional conduct. And there's some speculation that maybe some of the lawyers that are filing these lawsuits are concerned, and they should be, that they need to follow the ethical guidelines of lawyers or they can get in trouble personally.
What kind of guidelines are we talking about? That's interesting.
Well, one of the guidelines, one of the rules is that lawyers can't file frivolous lawsuits. If someone comes to me and says, hey, I've got a lawsuit, this guy ran a red light and hit me and I want to sue him, I need to investigate that. I need to make sure that there are facts there. And it's no different for an election law case. You have to investigate facts and you have to have evidence. You can't bring a claim that's frivolous. And sometimes it's difficult to prove one way or the other, whether that's happening. But another one is you have to be honest to the tribunal, or it's called candor toward the tribunal, which means you have to be honest with the court and the judge. You have to say stuff that's true and you have to answer questions truthfully. And so, for example, if you look at the case, one of the cases in Pennsylvania, the judge was very specific. Are you alleging fraud? Do you have evidence of fraud? And the lawyer on behalf of the Trump campaign in that case was very clear, at this time I have none. No, we're not alleging that. And that's a lawyer, being very conscientious of, here are my obligations under my professional rules of conduct.